Listen, by the way, I called it just to stay safe. I always said it was November 15th, but it was more like the 8th or the 9th when I gave up cocaine. And this is 11 years.
Wow.
11 years.
Coke-free this week.
Congratulations.
11 fucking years coke-free. Something that I never, ever, ever thought I could live without.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that I thought that if I got off it, I wouldn't be funny. That was my biggest fear of getting off the cocaine, was that I would lose my sense of humor.
Yeah.
So when you said that before the show started, I assured you that that does not happen. I don't know what your history was with meds, and I didn't want to put it out in Front Street, but you put it out in Front Street.
Well.
And you know what, man? There's a lot of people who listen to this show that are on meds, and maybe you inspire them to maybe go, you know what? I'm going to give my old self a chance. I'm going to try to live my life. I'm going to try to get a good control. Good, what do you call that around you? A good support
system, showing your face.
Fucking important. The support system around you is the most important thing. I took Kate Quigley to the New York Comedy Festival, and Wednesday night I had all my friends meet at a Chinese restaurant, and we all ate. And little by little, she kept seeing my friends, and she goes, "I understand you now a lot more. You've kept in touch with these people for 40 fucking years, and they support you." And instead of me going out and buying a BMW and getting an assistant, I call one of them every day, and I hear them telling me how they have to call me back because they're delivering a package for Federal Express. And they tell me how they have to drive home at 8 but go back to work at 10 because a ship is coming in and they got to count stuff. So when I talk to them every day, it keeps me grounded. It says to me, fuck. They're 55, and I have a friend who delivers, he's 56. He's my brother, and he delivers fucking packages all day for Federal Express. I would give up. If you think I could deliver packages for Federal Express today, you better fucking shoot yourself if I had to climb upstairs all day and drop off boxes. That's not going to happen. I would quit in the middle of the day.
Depends on what city.
Any city.
I think.
I don't have it in me to deliver packages all day right now. There is no fucking way. Even if I was 50 pounds lighter, 100 pounds lighter, there is no way at 55 that I could be walking up and down stairs. I know there's plenty of men that are doing it.
The Amazon guys, I'm sure.
But when I speak to these guys that I grew up with, what my one friend says, he reps on the weekends to make an extra $200 a week for his family. So during baseball season, he goes up on stage, He fucking goes to a little league field at 8 in the morning, and he's there to 6 at night on Saturdays and Sundays. After he delivers Federal Express all fucking week.
Oh, the same guy.
Same guy to make $175 for the day, so his family can have an extra $1,400 a month. And I'm like bitching about having a gig for $400. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I talk to them, it keeps my life in perspective. It keeps me in check. I don't want to be surrounded with people who look at life for like a value. I wanted to always, so that's who keeps me grounded. That's my support group. Those little fucking friends I call in the morning, and just how I break your balls, I break their balls. I know when they're busy. I know when they're busiest. And I call them, then I call them again. You know what I'm saying?
And these are friends back east or all over?
All over.
Just saying hello.
Saying hello. Because it keeps you fucking grounded. I talked to Bob Lalingas today.
Oh, nice.
A listener from the podcast. Tomorrow I got to call Bobby Sharon. Every day is somebody, and these people keep you humble.
Is it also just socializing, keeping those?
I love my friends in Jersey.
Yeah.
I love them more every time I see them. I see them for 10 minutes, and it means the world to them, and it means the world to me. When I'm home, I go to breakfast at this one. I go to see my mother's cemetery with that one. This one takes me to get Cuban food. This one takes me to Rudy's. This one drives me to Chan's. So I have a different relationship with all of them. And I talk to them. And, I have a friend who, 55, went to MIT.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
No. The one in New York.
The New Jersey one, I think,
The
right?
one where people are fucking geniuses. You know what he does? He delivers bread from midnight to 11 in the morning for $200 a shift.
Oof.
He makes $1,000 a week, and sometimes he works Saturday nights. All night delivering bread in the village, but he's got to work from 6 in the morning with all that traffic. He's got to get over to the Jersey side. And I wouldn't fucking want to do that at all at my age again. So all these guys keep me grounded. So whatever keeps you grounded from the evil in your mind coming out, or whatever the fuck happens to all of us, that's the most important thing. And I'm telling you this as a 55-year-old. Like, I'm an old fucking man. And I wish I knew this when I was 30.
Yeah.
That you have to have 3 people, 4 people, and you breathe for them and they breathe for you, no questions asked.
Yeah, I have friends I need to... I mean, I'm from here. It's a little different. That's an excuse, though. Like, my best... Not my best friend, one of my close friends, I still, like, lives up near Magic Mountain. I should probably call him. Maybe tomorrow I'll call him.
Call him.
I'll call him.
Take him to lunch.
I just haven't done it.
Make a deal with him that you're going to make sure and meet him every 2 weeks for lunch.
I need to.
At the same diner, to eat the same bowl of soup, whether it's a Jewish
What if I have an
restaurant.
audition?
Who gives a fuck? That's the problem. That's the problem. That we forget who we are because we have the audition. I had a commitment with you. Every Sunday at 11 o'clock. You have to make that commitment. Tomorrow, you know what pisses me off tomorrow? That today was my heavy day. So today I lifted and I went to kickboxing. Tomorrow, I don't know how I'm going to wake up, how my back is going to feel. If I miss jiu-jitsu, I feel guilty because I had a date with jiu-jitsu. When I get a fucking call for an audition on a Tuesday at 1, I get pissed because I got to miss jiu-jitsu.
Right.
When I get a call for a fucking meeting to meet somebody at 2 o'clock in Hollywood, that means I can't go to jiu-jitsu or I can only do the conditioning, and I get fucking pissed. You know, I don't want nothing to interfere with whatever keeps me grounded. And I wish that I had known this when I first moved to LA. And I did have a grounding. I had people like Ralphie May and yourself and Josh Wolf and whatever. But nobody protected me from myself, which nobody could ever do. Nobody could protect you from being you. It takes you to protect yourself.
I know, right?
How hard is that?
It's hard.
It's hard.
You know, that's why you need, having family, having a wife or a husband or a dog or something, or you have to build. If you don't have that, you got to build up your support system. It just takes effort. It takes effort, and you want it and be a good person, I think, but also getting out of the house. It's just with the internet these days, social media, it does affect people.
Well, how long have you lived alone, Brody?
Probably now great question, Lee. Probably now for 6 years.
Because I've lived alone for 8 years, something like that. And even this weekend, I was like, some things happened that annoyed me, and I was just getting into my head. Mm-hmm. And I talked to a few people, but I don't. Most of the day I'm by myself. And even just as terrible as this sounded, I was just driving, and I just was thinking about what's going on with the fires, and I was like, you know what, that really doesn't matter. Like what I'm going through is, in the grand scheme of things, I'm making it worse in my head. So I think it's hard sometimes as a person who lives alone to like get out of their head.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why I go for walks, actually getting out, and then I do that Periscope. I do talk. I mean, I'm not hearing their voices, but I am doing these check-ins. I am connecting with my community. There is something true to having your audience, your fans. They do mean something. So I do lean on them sometimes more than others. So, having a roommate. I had a roommate back my last apartment, and he was a really good roommate. They're hard to come by, but I think yes, being social, and when you are living alone, and it could be, you got to like make it happen. But if you like I said, look, you called me today, Joey. I didn't know. This was not like something that was booked. It was energy. I feel like you got to be in it to win it. That's half the battle. So. and not feeling sorry for yourself. But I think having a roommate, you think that would be better? Like,
No, because trust me, I haven't had a roommate since college, and that's
oh, really?
yeah, but I have sacrificed financially for it. I could have saved a lot of money by getting a roommate, or even if I was spending the same amount of money getting a bigger place. But I lived with someone for a year, and even he would say when I did it that it's like I'm a very much introverted person,
Yeah.
and it takes a special I can't live with that many people.
Okay.
I like my space. I like to go somewhere and have no one like to unplug. Like something that's been kind of a struggle for me that I have to work on is hanging out after comedy sets. I don't feel comfortable really.
Hanging out after.
Yeah.
After the show.
Yeah.
So you have to, and then what? Talking to the other comedians, talking to the fans.
Well, it's
audience members.
the people who come, it's a little bit different. It's quicker conversations. I can ask them I can talk and be like, hey, what do you do? And this and that. But, and I have some friends that I do open mics with now.
Right.
But I don't, unless it's a few people, like 2 or 3 people, I could hang around for an hour. If it's 7 or 8 people, I'll hang around for like 20 minutes.
So you just want to get out of there?
Yeah. I just want to go home.
And you feel like that's not good?
Yeah, I think I need to be a little bit more social. I mean, I'm more social already, but I think it would be beneficial if I was, hanging out and getting to know people on like a more personal basis.
I mean, that's why the Comedy Store is so popular.
Yeah.
You can hang out. You hang out there, right? You come by there?
A little bit, yeah. And I just have to force myself to stay and do. I've done it like twice in the past week, but one of the times I had a show, so I didn't really count it as just hanging out.
But you set up, you go like on a whatever night once or.
I have to start doing that more. I've been avoiding it.
Yeah, because everybody's hanging out there. They're all similar, same likes, and you're at the Comedy Store,
right?
And then you're gonna meet other comedians. You're gonna meet fans. You're gonna be around people. All that stuff. I mean, that's why I go.
10 Planet Kush, it drains the lactic motherfucking acid. People won't cop to it. The health specialists say, no, that doesn't happen, Joey. Yes, it fucking does. I got friends in Harvard, bitch. I'm like Garth Brooks. I got friends in high places, motherfuckers.